Childe, the 11th of the Fatui Harbinger, is making a return in patch 2.2. With his return, I would like to share with you my thoughts on why I think Childe is worth pulling for and why I think Childe is a good character to have. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Childe, Tartalia, or Ajax, whatever you want to call him, is a Hydro bow user with a unique playstyle that allows you to switch stands using his elemental skill. Childe's main role is a sub DPS and a Hydro applicator and an enabler to enable Pyro characters to burst Pyro and the Hydro DPS at the same time through Vaporize. A lot of people think that Childe is a bad character due to his massive cooldown in his elemental skills that results into a downtime. However, I think that they're using Childe absolutely the wrong way. Childe is never meant to be a main DPS, and he was designed to be a sub DPS and a Hydro enabler. In this clip, you will see how Childe is enabling Xiangling's Pyronado to deal massive damage through Vaporize. Childe's elemental skill, Foul Legacy Raging Tide, allows you to switch to his melee stance, which is a dual blade that allows you to perform 6 consecutive slashes, dealing Hydro AoE damage. His charge attack consumes a certain stamina when performed while in this mode. Childe's Elemental Burst, Havoc Obliteration, has 2 types depending if you are in bow stance or in melee stance. What really makes Childe a good burst DPS or sub DPS is his ability to apply Hydro and deal Hydro AoE damage in a short window. You have to keep in mind that the longer you use Childe's elemental skill, the longer the cooldown will be. So make sure you swap to another DPS or sub DPS during this downtime. Childe's strength does not only focus on his damage capabilities, but is also dependent on the team that you build around him. Now that we have covered Childe's DPS capabilities, let's talk about the best team that we can build around him. Childe is still widely being used in Spiral Abyss until today. This shows that Childe is still one of the most reliable characters to beat some of the endgame contents in the game. Childe is widely known to have very good synergy in double Pyro Vaporize team using Xiangling and Bennett, with another battery such as Sucrose, Kazuha, or even the Raiden Shogun. Childe also works very well with Beidou, Fischl in an Electro Fireworks team comp. Now, let's talk about how you should build Childe, including his talents, weapons, and also artifacts. First, you need to focus on his elemental skill and elemental burst at the same time, because this is where all his damage are actually coming from. The best 5-star weapon for Childe is the Thundering Pulse, which gives you a massive crit boost, and also the Skyward Harp, which gives you a high base attack and crit rate. It really boils down to which stat you need more of. His best 4-star weapon is the Rust, which gives you a massive attack boost, or the Viridescent Hunt, which is a battle pass weapon, which gives you a crit rate and a enemy grouping capabilities. His best free-to-play weapon is the Prototype Crescent, which is a craftable weapon and is free-to-play, and also the Blackcliff Warbow, which can be purchased from the Glitter Shop. With the patch 2.2, there will also be a new weapon called Polar Star, which could be potentially very good for Childe as well, as it has a 33% crit rate as well as 608 base attack. As for artifacts, you need to focus on getting crit damage, crit rate, and attack percent as the substat. For sands, you need to run attack percent as the main stat, Hydro damage for Goblet, and crit rate or crit damage for Circlet. You need to have at least 50 to 60% crit rate and at least 150% crit damage in his main stats to really see big numbers and to really see his full potential. As for the best artifacts, you can run 4-piece of the Hydro set, 2-piece of the Hydro set with 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Hydro set and 2-piece Gladiator or Shimenawa set, or 4-piece Shimenawa set. Another thing that makes Childe a really good character is his ability, or one of his passive talents, that actually increases all the normal attack of all the party members within the party by 1. This will be really helpful, especially if you are having a party that requires them to do auto attacks or normal attack, such as Ganyu, Eula, as well as Shao. As far as Constellation, I think this will be a well territory, and so I wouldn't dig in deeper in terms of every single constellation. But if you are a low spender or a budget player, C1 would definitely help you a lot in terms of reducing the cooldown of Childe's elemental skill by 20%. But I would say it's not really going to be a deal breaker, but it would be good to have. Overall, Childe is a great character. However, he requires at least a decent to heavy investment in order for you to really see his full potential, which is similar to almost all of the characters in the game. I hope in this video I gave you some idea on how you should build Childe should you ever decide to pull for him in a second rerun. If you are pulling for Childe, Childe is a great character. However, he is not a must pull at the same time. I can't tell you should you pull for him or not, but if you ever manage to pull him, I'm pretty sure that you will have a good time making him join your party. That's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, consider to like and subscribe to my channel for me to make more contents like this. I'll see you guys in the next video and enjoy the gameplay.
It's a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. So quick to flee. You missed a spot. You've made some progress. Guess I should stabilize. Take you more seriously.
Let's light it up!
You can run, but you can't hide. Gather.
Into the fire!
Order guide you.
Everybody stand back!
Yeah.